So we are going to start with The Void. Let's listen to the intro. Why not? So that's the intro. And what you just heard there, those were the live drums played by a real human man. I wanted to show you the sort of initial drum machine loop thing that I had made initially. Bear in mind, this is what I was like gonna go for before I realized I think I need like an actual musician to play this properly. Yeah, so initially I started and I had just this super basic drum groove. And then I guess I just wanted to feel a little bit more of a drive, and so I added extra bass drums. An extra little bass drum movement, because I just wanted that rhythm. I wanted that drive. But anyway, that was the groove idea, and eventually that became this. I just basically sent the drummer my little shitty drum loop that I made, and I was like, can you play this right? And he did. He sure did. Obviously in the intro, we basically just have drums, synth bass, a synth bass that I wanted to be like real gritty. Like I wanted it to just give like sawtooth vibes. And then we have that little airy, light, sort of slight delay piano coming in to sort of bring a little bit of harmony with the sort of like grittiness of that bass. Let's move on now to the first verse and see if there's anything to say. Yeah, so when it comes to the verse, there's not much more to say because the verse is still just the gritty synth bass here, the drums, and the piano, and with the lead, and that's basically all there is to the verse. Let's move on to the chorus. It's really the same as me saying that the whole song. Nothing changes. The same elements, so we still just have drums, the delay piano, the gritty synth bass. What's different is that I'm playing different chords, and also that there's quite a lot of layered background vocals on here. When I say quite a lot, you can see here, there's about like 4. I recorded more that I did not use because it was actually sounding a bit too muddy. There was too much going on. And basically I have these backup vocals panned left to right to different degrees. I just wanted it to feel like it was surrounding you. Yeah, I guess let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a listen. So this is what the bass is playing in the chorus. And then the piano is doing this. Sounds quite nice. I forgot that I played that. Sounds quite nice. Slay. Honestly, I slayed that. Oh, I'm having fun. What else did I do? I'm like rediscovering my own shit. Oh, well, I guess all that's left are the backup vocals. So let's play those beautiful panned backup vocals. Of course, those are reverbed and delayed and all that good stuff. This is like a side note, but I remember being told by quite a lot of music producer friends of mine back in the day that like putting too much reverb on vocals was like a cop-out to sort of like mask a bad vocal performance, which I guess can be true, but also I just fucking love the sound of reverb. I love it. I remember the day I discovered what reverb was as a child. I just remember being in the car, in my dad's car. He had put on the radio or something, and a song came on of like this woman singing what I now know to be with like this like just glorious reverb. The image that I had in my head was like a woman standing in a completely dark glass room, her singing and just her voice just traveling far and wide. And I just thought it was majestic. Okay, I fell in love with reverb that day, and I have continued to love reverb with every fiber of my being to this day. So I understand that sometimes too much is too much, but I don't care what they say. I'm in love with you, reverb, and I will use you in all of my productions. Okay, let's listen to it all together. Let's move on to the second verse. Is anything new?
The world pauses when I go to that place. It's a world without meaning. All of my dreams evaporate into space like a grand illusion.
So yeah, basically what's new in the second verse is that there's even less going on. I decided to give your ears a break and to just cut the synth bass out there and have a little bit more of an intimate moment. It's basically minimal drums, lead vocal, piano. So here's what the drums are doing here compared to before. So it's very minimal. It's the same groove obviously, but very minimal. I love that you can hear the drummer breathing. It's that human flair compared to like the intro. Let's see. So it's the same groove, but it's just thinner and quieter. So that's that. Verse 2, done. Now let's look at the bridge.
Suddenly wondering why I'm wearing this dress. I can't remember who I'm trying to impress. Why am I going beyond and above just to deserve someone's conditional love? Wave goodbye to my aggressive ambition. I don't see the point and I'm tired of pretending. No admiration could ever replace the kind of affection I actually crave.
I guess the bridge is kind of long. So yeah, we're gonna stop there. Really what's new with the bridge is this little synth up moment. And we also added in these little synth chords here. That's what's new. And then the synth bass is doing a similar kind of thing it's always been doing, you know, she knows what works and she just uses it to her advantage. And then obviously we have the lead vocal.
Suddenly wondering why I'm wearing this dress. I can't remember who I'm trying to impress.
And now we get to the little synth solo moment. I don't know if this is what is this, a post bridge? Whatever. We're gonna listen to it, whatever it is. Yeah, little synth solo breakdown. It just felt right when I was writing it. I was like, I just feel we need a little instrumental solo moment. And so let me play you basically. This is a little synth moment we have with the drums. And you'll notice that there's more cymbals in this little post-bridge moment in the drums, and that's because in my reference, let's go back. I feel like we need to reappreciate my incredible little drum machine loop I made. This is what I sent my drummer as a reference. I was like, I want this, but good. And then he sent me this. Amazing. And so in this little synth breakdown, we've got the synth solo, the synth up is there too. The synth chords are also there. There's no delay piano. We're keeping that for the end. It's gonna make a comeback, you can see. But right now it's not coming back. Right now we have that little bass, synth bass. The bass synth bass is its official name. And the background vocals. So I wanted the background vocals to just double the melodic line that I play with the synth solo. Honestly, I can't explain why, it just felt right. I just wanted to try it, and I did, and I liked it, and so I kept it. The core of all music production is experimentation, me acting like I know what I'm doing. You know what, let's do something crazy. Let's listen to the background vocals with just the drums and the synth solo. With the synth up and the synth chords. And now let's bring in the synth bass. Okay, let's move on to the outro, this beautiful outro. That's what it sounds like. So really this is like the same sort of arrangement as the other choruses, except we have a little vocal ad-lib. So we have the background vocals doing the full. And then we have this vocal ad-libs. This is the original file that's not mixed, but you know, it'll give us an idea. Everything else comes back. We've got the synth up, the little piano delay, the synth bass groove that we know and love. Anyway, that's the Void. Let's move on to the next song.